Hope that we're well tonight. As you may tell by the title of this video, we have some things going on. We have the Spire 4 over there and a Virtue Ace. We will get to unboxing those in a few minutes. A couple things though. If you're not watching this live and you've come to this a little bit later, check in the description for timestamps. A few hours after these always go live, these lengthy live streams at least, I like to put timestamps in there. So after this I'll watch that, and then fresh timestamps will be in the description of this video. So you can fast forward to interesting parts in said video. I meant to kind of leave this music on. I was like, we'll like chill to some music for a while. I over this past weekend, went and played some paintball. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I didn't go play paintball, but got to go out to the paintball field, out to Capital Edge Paintball Park, and watch some 7-man paintball action. I wanted to talk about that later. I definitely have like some highlights and some clips and stuff that we can talk about. But before we do that, we'll talk about the Spire. Did I unbox the Virtue Spire? No, I literally just started this minutes ago. 1 minute and 30 seconds ago, we did that. So we have not unboxed Spire yet, sorry. Yeah, no. We will do that along with a lot of other stuff. So let me open up notes, because I'm perpetually unprepared for everything always. My notes for said live stream. So today, what are we going to talk about? So definitely going to do that Spire 4 Virtue Ace unboxing. I want to talk a little bit more about Ultimate Shootout. Then we're going to talk about some VR stuff that's finally actually going to start coming out. We saw a little bit more information on VR paintball recently. Might watch an old video. Last week I thought it was kind of fun how we just watched an old paintball video together. I thought it was cool. Want to talk about ProTour, and then a Facebook group that I've started for paintball. Yeah. So without further ado, I guess we'll just get right into this Spire 4 thing. Since most of you are, well actually, let's try to wait until we get not a crap load of people live, but we'll wait a little bit. Let's wait like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes to see how many people we can get, so we have as many people possibly. We got like speakers blomping out, so we can see as many people as we can get live. Oh, I got like craziness windows going on. Yeah. Golly. So we'll give it my problem with my like mouse and stuff like that. Does paintball hurt? That's an excellent question, Boom Patrol. I don't think paintball is that bad. So I would say paintball does not hurt. I think that people's biggest problem with paintball is like the anticipation about getting shot. So I think for any of you guys who have ever talked to my mouse problems like crazy. So any of you guys who've talked to new players about like the fears of getting shot and all that stuff, I always like to describe like, yeah, it hurts a little bit, right? But I think for new people, the biggest problem is that they're so nervous and there's so much anticipation building about getting shot, right? That when you finally do get shot, it's just, I don't want to say like overwhelming, but a little bit like, oh God, it finally happened. And it's just, nerve-wracking. So I think that anticipation is probably worse than actually getting shot. Kyle Kirk, I appreciate that. $4.99 super chat, sir. You say shout out from Memphis, Tennessee. I have looked at moving to Memphis. I always talk about that. I'm constantly talking about looking at moving places. I've never been to Tennessee. I would like to go to Tennessee. You said thank you for all you do. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Much, much appreciated. So Leroy right there's like, are you moving? Leroy Jenkins, or Jenkins, not Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins, Am I moving to Hawaii? I don't know. Fucking shit, man. I'd like to move to Hawaii. Saul, how goes it, sir? Okay. We waited a couple minutes and like 2 people showed up, so you know. Okay. Spire 4, Virtue Ace. Alright, so we got both these things, right? You know, and if I was like rich, I'd buy like a cool top-down camera. And we'd have like a cool top-down shot. I used to have that, but not anymore. Okay, so we have Lux, aka Virtue Ace, right inside there. Then we have a Spire 4. And since the Spire 4 is a little bit, you know, I think less exciting, we will talk about Spire 4 first. As you might be able to tell, that is a gold Spire 4 inside that thing. So the unboxing of the Spire 4, there it is. There's nothing else in there. Yep, that's all. So this gold is crazy though. Like, look at that thing. It's kind of hard to show up on camera. I wish that like, when I put it too close to the camera, it goes outside of the light. So it makes it a little bit hard to see. But god damn, the thing is gold. It's weird to say, but seeing the silver one in person and the gold one in person, the gold, I wonder if the camera, is it like messing the camera? Might have problems focusing. Seeing both of these in person, the gold one and the silver one, the silver is actually like more silver. It's hard, maybe not like, well of course the silver is more silver, but it's like more metallic or like more metal looking. It looks a little bit, I don't know, shinier. And I think it's just because it's gold, right? There's actually a color in there. There's actually yellow in there, whereas the silver, there's no color, so it maybe just like shines a little bit brighter or something like that. But it is very gold. I actually like it. I think they look great. One of the things that I like that they did on the Spire 4 is this big logo right there. It's like a big stupid branding logo. It's so hard to see because it gets out of the light, but that big Virtue logo on the side, I like that. I think that's kind of cool. I think it looks kind of good, especially on the all black loaders. On the all black hoppers, I think it looks really cool. Yeah. So I like that all black. I think it's really cool. Or not all black. The all gold I think is cool, but the all black one, it's like all black. And the logos are all like dust matted black out, so there's no silver on it. That looks pretty cool. Yeah. So Spire 4, essentially that thing really is just a Spire 3. But that hopper right there is designed to work in conjunction with this thing right here. So we're just gonna like start banning idiots like this person. So we're gonna ban that person. Yeah. So, yep. The Spire 4 is designed to work in conjunction with this hopper, or with this gun, we'll say. The Virtue Ace. So the only difference, really, yeah, that's Spire 4, is that it has Bluetooth that's designed to work in conjunction with the Ace. So first, this really is a Lux X. So we shouldn't expect this unboxing experience, we'll say, like that right there, it's gonna like fall out, to be any different really than, you know, the regular Lux X. Since it really kind of is just a Lux X. So we're gonna get all of that standard stuff when you're getting the Lux X. So you're getting that Freak XL barrel kit. We'll screw this thing together. In the gold, obviously. We will put that right there. Definitely parts kit, decent parts kit. Really comes probably with all the stuff you're ever going to need. I think Planet Eclipse probably are still doing a better job at those parts kits. Grease, a 1 ounce GOG Dow 33 grease. Their insert. So on the inside of here you get barrel cover, so I'm not going to take all this stuff out of there right now, but barrel cover. There's a USB-C cable to charge this thing up because it is rechargeable. You have the alternative back cap, which we'll talk about in a second. I'll actually take that out of there. And Allen wrenches, a lot of Allen wrenches. A lot of Allen wrenches. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Allen wrenches, which is great. I mean, it's good that it comes with a lot of Allen wrenches. Yep. I don't think you're gonna need them all though. Okay, that stuff. X. Not an X. Ace, I should say. And you get your USB wall adapter for charging it. Okay. There it is. So we'll put the case on the ground. These cases are good, we should say, that if you guys have not seen the LuxX case before, they're good. I mean, they're made well. They have this, they're all, I shouldn't say all, but they have all over that carbon fiber kind of like, I don't know, material that we're really kind of seeing on a lot of the cases, whether they're the Exalt cases or the HK Army cases. They're all kind of made of that like same, I don't know, carbon fiber material stuff. It's not carbon fiber, it's polyurethane carbon fiber over like just a case. Okay, Ace. So yeah, it is gold. It's like, damn, it looks really gold on camera. I always have a problem putting Lux barrels on. Anyone else? Crazy gold. Lots of gold. So I actually really like this. I think that the gold looks really cool. I am a fan of the gold. I've always wanted like a gold paintball gun. Always. I've always talked about having solid gold and solid silver looking stuff. So I think it's awesome. I really like the thing. One of the things that everyone was complaining about, we touched on that a little bit last week and the week before, was that there are plastic parts on this. So you can see the foregrip right there, how there's that like blue sheen. So it definitely has that plastic foregrip. And what's weird about these gold guns is I kind of expected the parts to be a little bit more gold. And you can see this foregrip has the blue part. And that's like bluish gold. It looks kind of like Photoshop. If you were to make a Chrome plugin, it kind of looks like that. Not plugin, the like effect. Yeah. So it's got like a blue hue to it. It doesn't show up as blue looking in this camera right now, so I'm not sure how well that's showing up, but it's definitely blue. And then you can see on the grips where it also has that chromatic part, it's gold. I mean, you can see that shine on there, that gold shine. So I don't quite understand why the grips are gold, but the foregrip's blue. And then we've also installed the aluminum back cap. So that also comes with a matching chromatic back cap right there. So that's the back cap, and that back cap you can also see still has that like, yeah, that like little blue sheen hue to it, which I think looks cool. I mean, it looks, I think, good on the gold gun, but it's just weird how it's not matching, you know, the grips. But we did install the aluminum back cap, so it does come with that optional aluminum back cap installed. So from the manufacturer, it's definitely coming with that plastic one installed, but does come with that optional aluminum one. I think the main reason it's coming with that optional, or I should say the like included aluminum back cap, is that when you push that bad boy down like that and you go to remove the bolt, you're just kind of like, you know, pulling on plastic like that, and it's a little bit scary. So if you want to change that out, it does come with the aluminum piece. Yep. So essentially it is the LuxX. Like you could see that bolt coming out of there. So that's the same bolt system on the LuxX, the X Core. It's been great so far. So I assume that, you know, this thing is going to shoot and perform very well, just like the LuxXs do. But the whole point of this gun is that it will pair with this hopper. And you can kind of notice that it's not the same kind of gold, right? It's a little bit different. The hopper definitely looks more gold, and the gun definitely has more of a yellow to it. Yeah, but the whole point of these is that Bluetooth, right? So Bluetooth on the gun and Bluetooth in the hopper will actually sense if the eyes are working or not. So that it'll know how fast to feed. So that, like, you know, if the eyes malfunction, it will know to slow the hopper down. Or I guess the hopper won't slow down. So if the eyes are not working, the hopper probably shouldn't change the feed rate, but it definitely knows to spin faster. So as soon as you pull the trigger, it will sense a hopper that it needs to load. So it's a lot quicker than waiting for it to actually sense the like kick of the gun or feeling the like tension to know when to spin. I mean, they say that's quicker. Whether that's like actually quicker or not, I don't know. That's one thing we're gonna find out this weekend. I'm gonna go play with it on Sunday. and put this bad boy. So what I'm going to do is get a Spire 3, or really what I'll do is put new batteries in this thing, put this in 25 balls a second full auto, and I want to see how fast this hopper feeds in comparison to a Spire 3 and in comparison to with the Bluetooth off. Maybe we'll plop a die rotor on top of there and see how fast it goes. So yeah, definitely one of the things that a lot of people are saying about this hopper is that it looks spray painted or whatever, and it kind of does, but when you see it up close, it doesn't look as bad as it looks in video or in pictures, and it doesn't feel bad. Like, it feels pretty good. But we've definitely already seen people like put the feed necks on, right? Like that right now. Like, I've already scratched it. It's already messed up. You're not gonna be able to see it though. But the paint is already coming off on the feed neck. So anywhere it's gonna like come in contact with the feed neck, I think it's gonna get all messed up. But it's also a different finish. So this is on the outside, it's a different finish than it is on the feed neck. So I don't know. Gentlemen, super chats. I appreciate that. Scott, Australia, I appreciate that. Much so. The Ultimate Rental. Hey, Brad. Is the cone hull let on the Spire 4? No, it's not. So we thought that was kind of odd too. That's a good question. That is pertinent. Zach in the Box. That's a good name. I like that. That's not bad. I appreciate it, sir. Nope. Regular. So that's one of the things that they probably could have done. Was taking the control. So the Bunker King control also uses that same hopper, or same internals, I should say, as the Spire 3 and pretty much Spire 4. But it has a lightened cone, so it actually will feed faster. So this has that heavier, you can see that solid cone. So yeah. So we're curious. So I'm definitely gonna want to try to take a control out as well, and maybe try to shoot a control and see which one's like faster. The control on the Ace or the Ace with a Spire 4. See which one shoots faster. Yeah. But at least you don't have to buy anything. Someone said something about spring ramps. Yeah, at least you don't have to like buy any spring ramps, if you're gonna buy yourself that Spire 4. Mm-hmm. Yep. Spire 4, a Spire 4, and Virtue Ace unboxing. I keep forgetting the name of that thing. I keep wanting to call it a Lux X. We're going to silent my phone. Yep. Trigger on the Ace. I don't know. I think the trigger. So the trigger I think is maybe a little bit nicer. One of the things that I always complain about, or it's hard to see it. There it is. Talk about with triggers is that I have big hands, right? Like I got a big hand. So my hand's big, and I, on a lot of these guns, don't like the distance between here and here, because my hand just doesn't fit well, so I gotta hold them weird, and it's harder for me to shoot because my hand's big. So I like the triggers that make this further apart, like this distance bigger, and it kind of comes out a little bit further, and for me makes it a little bit easier to shoot because of that swoop on the bottom. But triggers are triggers, right? It's all preference. It's super preference on triggers, it's definitely lighter weight than the Lux X trigger, so it might feel a little bit snappier. But again, it's a trigger. You could get, an upgraded trigger for your Lux X if you want. I mean, there's lots of companies out there that are making upgraded triggers for the Lux X. Official IQ Clan. So right now they're $2,000. The only way to actually purchase said paintball gun is like this. So you have to buy it with the hopper. And right now they're selling for $2,000 for just this, or I should say, for this package. They will be selling the gun and the hopper separate at some point here. They're gonna have solid black hoppers available first, and that's all. So if you want colored hoppers, you gotta buy it with a gun, and if you want a gun, you gotta buy it with a hopper right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Who's spamming? Is anyone spamming? I don't know. I can't even tell. Everyone just friggin' runs together. Yep. So $2,000 is a very expensive paintball gun. Mm-hmm. The Ultimate Rental, I appreciate that one more time. $279. It's such a crazy number. That's probably like $3, huh? I'm assuming. So just an anodized lux that connects to a hopper? Yeah, pretty much. Yep. But it's not like abnormally priced, right? As Nick Woodman said, "'Tis be expensive." It is definitely expensive. I mean, you could say it's too much for like a paintball gun if you want, you know? But like in the realm of like high-end paintball guns where, you know, a regular Lux is $1,500 and then just, you know, a Spire 3 is $230 or something like that. So it's like, you know, $1,730. I mean, you're almost to $2,000 already. So, you know, an additional $300, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's that crazy. So who knows? They're definitely limited, that's for sure. I wouldn't say it's a knockoff. It's definitely not a knockoff. They're definitely like working in conjunction with, you know, both manufacturers are working together to create it. They're not like going to a company in China and replicating it. It's not that bad. Not that bad. Okay, we're gonna switch windows. I want to see what else we can talk about. We'll talk about this. So last week I went out to Capital Edge Paintball Park in where at Capital Edge Paintball Park here in Sacramento, California. Excessive 22. We'll just let this run in the background. Keep positive vibes going, Pride. Thanks, I appreciate it. For Sec Paintball, Extreme Paintball, and Excessive. You're a local person, judging by your name. I appreciate it. Zach again, awesome dude. So this, I appreciate that. Again, guys, super chats are freaking awesome. So they really are. It's very, very appreciated. So this is some very jello-y footage. Just to ignore that part. Of Capital Edge Paintball Park last weekend. So Capital Edge had a 5-man and 7-man. I was gonna go like that. 7-man paintball tournament. All mechanical and pump. So you could use a mechanical gun or a pump gun. And the mechanical 7-man teams were insane. Like, they were crazy. So they were just ridiculous. I mean, every single team has like half pro guys. God, that jello will go away. That like awfulness will go away in a second. It's from me like it's from like stabilizing a shot and not ever like actually looking at it. Yeah, the teams were crazy. I mean, Dynasty had like a whole roster there. Like, I mean, there were Impact guys, DMG players were there, Ironmen players were there. Yeah, it was crazy. Half of Seattle Thunder was there. Seattle Uprising had players there. It was a very cool day. Yeah. I did not unfortunately get to play. I just didn't play. I didn't really like think about it or ask anyone if they wanted me to play or any of that stuff beforehand. So I was not prepared or ready. Lots of guns were in use though. Lots of like. So there's a CVO right there. I guess you could use an electric gun. So it was mechanical, pump, or you have to cap your gun at 5.5 balls a second. So you're going to see electronic guns, but they're capped at 5, and it's like, doot. It really sucks. So some of the pro guys, like Dylan right there, Dylan's pro. Dylan plays for Sacramento DMG. Dylan was using a CS2, so we're losing lighting. So we definitely saw. We're gonna lose lighting. We definitely saw some of the pro guys using team guns, right? Like they're sponsored, so they want to make sure that they're using their sponsored equipment. They're not using like some random ass company. But it was great. It was such a fun day. It was such a fun day. It was just weird. It was funny watching people play. Like, I don't know, Crystal Soya was there. Crystal Soya playing with the Dynasty guys. So it was kind of cool to see like Crystal Soya and Yosh Rao and Alex Fragi, Brandon Short. They were all on the same team. Roy Richards was there. It was crazy. It was like old times. Not old times. Well, yeah, it was like old times because there used to be so many professional, like, I don't know, players. Oh, Matt, you're here. Matt, yes, you did not shoot that guy. None of you shot that guy. So that might actually be coming up here in a second in the footage. So there's a point in the clip that I put out on Facebook and in this stuff, I believe, that Matthew Laughing right there. Yeah, I thought Matt shot a guy. Matt was at the 50 and he was shooting at a guy in the snake. And it actually hit the hyperball bunker. So he was looking over the bunker, like just like this, like really close to it, like inches from it. And the paint hit the bunker and sprayed in his face. And Marvin actually Marvin actually thought you guys shot him. So Marvin just instantly pulled him out. He didn't even look at it. And the guy, you could hear it back in the GoPro footage. He's like, oh, it hit the bunker. It was like, oh, too late. His armband was pulled and yeah. So no one shot him. Yeah. But you're definitely right. I mean, yeah, you didn't shoot him. Yeah. I don't know who shot him. I don't know. So that's my story about, Matt almost shooting someone. So this is Dynasty. You guys just saw Crystal Soya maybe standing there in the center of the field. That's Crystal Soya right there on the left side. And then you see Alex Fragi comes up and bunkers that guy. And that's Yosh right there, crawling around on his knees. Then Alex bunkers him. So it was cool. It was fantastic. It was a great day. One of the things that I really think would be good next time is this competition was insane. I mean, you pretty much had to be semi-pro to be playing this. I mean, everyone was very, very good. So one thing that I'd kind of like to see maybe next time around is, I don't know, a lower division or something like that. Maybe we can try to get like, I don't know, an amateur and then like a pro where it's like Division 2 and higher and then like D2 and lower or something like that. It was great. Hopefully we'll play next time. I really liked how it was close. It was only like 15 minutes away, so that's kind of cool. I'm all about only having to drive like 10 minutes. Yep. So crazy. It's pretty funny, Matt. Yeah, because the GoPro was in the bunker with the guy, too. He's like, it's like, hit the bunker, he ducks. Anyway. It was fun to watch. What else we got in here? Oh, that's 7-man stuff. We just watched that. This is kind of weird. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. They showed this stuff at World Cup, and like, this is VR. So, I mean, obviously, VR, I was going to explain what virtual reality was. Virtual reality. Let's just go back to this. So this is a paintball video game, VR, virtual reality, made by a company called, God, I'm trying to like remember all this stuff at the top of my head. Let's actually go to my notes. VR game from Giant Scam Industries. Will be available very soon, supposedly in August, early August, if you have early access to Steam. So if you're one of those cool people, we'll work with a ton of different headsets. So it's going to work with most of the HTC headsets, most of the Oculus headsets. What else is on there? The Windows MR headset, the Index headset. Yeah, so it's going to work with a lot of stuff. But I hate paintball video games. I just don't understand them. So like, this is not necessarily, I would say, paintball video game, but it's damn close.
Kill one off the Doritos. I'm killing you.
I got D1. Oh, what a snap. D1, D1, D1. Watch the W.
I don't know.
think that hat now.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Give you one. Kill the snake corner. The snake corner, the home, kill the home.
Oh!
Wow,
Headshot on the move, maybe. Yeah.
Oh no, we'll let that replay over and over and over, and I'll keep talking about it. I don't know. So, August, and I just find so much of this paintball stuff, paintball like video game stuff, so cringy. Like it's just so bad. Like, I don't know. It bothers me. Like hearing people call out bunkers and stuff, I'm like, oh, it's just so bad.
Kill the snake corner. The snake corner, the home, kill the home.
Oh!
Wow,
Headshot on the move, maybe.
I don't know. It's just so weird. And I've always felt with like paintball video games, you know, they're just first-person shooters, you know? So like, I don't know. It's literally just a first-person shooter. So like, I feel like I'm just gonna go play like Call of Duty or like Counter-Strike or something, right? Like, those are far superior first-person shooter games. I felt the same way when like Greg Hastings came out. It was like, God, man, it's just not fun. Like, it's cool for like 10 minutes, and like it's cool because it's paintball and like whatever. But like, I feel like that novelty wears off kind of quick after a while, and then it's just like, what am I doing? It's so like limited. I don't think it looks exciting at all. I don't know. I don't know. But then again, I don't play video games. I'm not huge into video games, but I definitely understand why video games are cool, but this just does not look exciting. Oh no. Yeah. So, I didn't even talk about the name of this. This is called Snapshot VR. There's definitely a link in the description if you want to go check out Steam. So if you've got Steam and you know you can get some early access, it should be available in a couple months. You can at least go play it. I don't know. I just don't understand. Yep. I don't know. What's the point? If I'm missing the point, what's the point? Or are you talking to me? People want paintball. Then go play paintball. I don't think people want paintball, right? It's like, I mean, I guess it's paintball, right? But like, it's got to be fun, right? I don't know. It's like, I want to say like, oh, people like, you know, basketball games and football games and like, yeah. I'd rather play digital paintball. I don't know. And remember, it's VR, so we don't know what's going on. I didn't play it. They definitely had somewhere. Yeah, at World Cup you could play it. So I'm not sure what the hands even look like. So how are you using your hands in this? So you know, I'm assuming you can use your hands. I don't know. Training tools. No, a good training tool is your gun and like actually like doing it, right? Digital paintball is fun. I think digital paintball is cool because it's simplicity, right? I think once we like start like making stuff more complicated and I gotta like deal with stuff, I just go play Counter-Strike. I don't know, you know? I've definitely never played VR, 100%. But that's, you know, there's, I assume, better games out there, right? Yeah, if it was a VR gun, it could totally actually be cool. Because you could get the physics down and all that stuff. That could be interesting. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I totally get. Like, it's not like I'm hating on VR. I really don't know. Like, I could find VR fascinating. I don't know. Who knows? But I just feel like every paintball game I've ever played, it's like, why am I playing this? I'll just go play a better version of this that's not paintball. Because the only difference is that it's a paintball, not a AK-47 or whatever, you know? I don't know. Who knows? I could be crazy. I'm definitely known on here for saying whatever I feel. Yep. So I don't know. It would be very interesting though if you had a VR paintball gun, because if you have the gun, right, like say you actually have this, right, and it's just like you don't need the hopper or anything really. So like you'd need like, well, you probably want the hopper on there to like simulate the weight of the hopper and everything. But essentially you just need this, right? And you just like point it and shoot at stuff. That would be kind of interesting. Because you could definitely like program, you know, perfect trajectory and like velocity and all that stuff. So you could like angle it and you could get used to like body mechanics and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, that could be actually interesting. That's a good idea. Huh. Anyway. What else we got in here? I made all these like things to talk about. We have yeah, we'll talk about that. So coming up in actually we'll make this I gotta make some stuff bigger. I can't see. There we go. Yep. So coming up in a couple days here is going to be the next episode of the Ultimate Shootout. The Ultimate Shootout, if you guys have not watched, I don't know what you've been doing, but over at GoSports.com, they have a new one-on-one tournament series. It's pretty fun. You're getting like multiple points. You get like a buzzers all over the place. So you can hit a buzzer and get 3 points, and you can shoot a guy and get points. You can like hot streak and like get multiple points for shooting people. It's pretty fantastic. They're doing it in a tournament format right now, and coming up this week, or I should say coming up in this coming week, June 22nd, we're going to see Dimitri Meter Ninos take on Jesse Stevens. So you can see over on that left-hand side, it's going to be the Meter Jesse Stevens matchup. It's going to be very cool. So whoever wins that will take on the other side of that bracket. That matchup on the 24th of June is going to be Matt Jackson and Ryan Hall. So whoever wins those matchups will play in the finals. I don't know when the finals are going to be. I'd assume like June 28th or something like that, like maybe toward the end of June. Yeah. Ultimate Shootout, dude, I am all about Ultimate Shootout. I am a big fan of the Ultimate Shootout. If you guys have not watched, I would highly, highly recommend it. You can go watch the first match, I believe, over on YouTube right now, or you could, just pay for Go Sports. It's only $10 a month. You can go, watch a bunch of this stuff. Yeah. And then coming up pretty soon is going to be the third. I actually don't have a date on this. I don't know why I don't have a date. I should have a date. I'm just not prepared. But coming up will be the third Ultimate Shootout. This has got a lot of we'll say people we know maybe a little bit more. The first version just had all Texas guys. So there were some semi-pro guys in there, some guys we hadn't seen in the pro division for a little bit. But the second, or the third one, the second tournament is going to have Nick Sloviak playing Chad Boucher, matched, or I should say, and then Cody Mikowski is going to play, Fred Berkeley. And then we have, man, I thought I'd be able to see this. Oh, there we go. That's better. I'm trying to look at the brackets, but it's so freaking small. There we go. TJ Danner is going to play Harrison Fry. And then Colt Roberts is going to play Jeremy Zimmerman. Jeremy Zimmerman plays for AC Diesel. Apparently, Jeremy's very good. He's one of the better players out there in Texas in that AC Dallas, AC Diesel camp. So it's kind of neat. We have some very, very veteran players in Nick Sloviak and Chad Boucher and in Colt Roberts. I guess and in Fred Berkeley and Cody Mikowski. They've also been playing for a very long time. We have some good matchups. I think some really fast matchups. But I want to talk about who I think is going to win. So at least this is what I have in the finals. These are my predictions for round 3. So I think Nick's losing. I talked to Nick Sloviak on the phone today. He was looking for a tank, which is random. But Nick, I think you're going to lose. I think Chad's going to take that. But then I think Chad is going to lose to Cody Mikowski because I think Cody will probably take Fred Berkeley. Cody Mikowski's a very good gunfighter, and I think Cody's gun skills could come into play. And then I have Chad winning because I think Chad's kind of a wild card. And I think anything could happen. But I think because of Cody's discipline and good gun skills, he will beat Chad and go to the finals. Over on the other side, TJ Danner and Harrison Fry. I think that's going to be a really fun matchup to watch. That should be really fast. Both those guys are, I would say, aggressive. Harrison's probably a little bit more aggressive than TJ, but both play the Dorito side, and yeah, just would be fun to watch. But I think Harrison Fry, again, I think his like craziness and aggressive play will probably, I don't know, I think just beat TJ. So Harrison Fry. Moving on to play Colt Roberts because I think Colt Roberts will probably beat Jeremy Zimmerman. Colt's just, OG. And he's been playing this pro game longer than some of you guys have probably been alive. So Colt's moving on, but I like Harrison. I like Harrison's attitude, his upbeatness, his like kick-ass, have fun, speed into victory. I don't know. So I have him in the finals, playing Cody Mikowski, Harrison Fry in the finals. But my winner is Harrison Fry. I think Harrison's going to win the third one. I don't even know. We haven't even seen a finals for the first one yet, and I'm already picking the winners. Yeah. So I'm excited. I really like to see this, and I'm very excited about the future of the Ultimate Shootout. One of the things that I thought was, one of the things that I don't know if I talked about in the live stream, but I thought would be really interesting if Ghost Sports Ultimate Shootout stopped doing the tournaments and kind of just picked matchups, right? Like they just pick J-Rab's playing Ryan Greenspan and Marcelo is playing Alex Fragi, just pick random matchups against people we'd like to see. And they're going to do that. On the Ghost Sports did a live stream with Cena, really main dude running Ultimate Shootout. And he said they're going to do that. So I like that. I like the not tournament style because when we think about this, right, like Ultimate Shootout is ultimately, and Ghost Sports is designed to make money, right? And the only way they make money is by creating content and creating stuff that's fun to watch, right? So I think by deciding matchups and just picking the players and putting them together and be like, you're playing together, rather than doing that tournament format where we get weird matchups sometimes. I think picking the people and just playing those random people, or not random, but picking those matchups, I think is probably the best way to do that. So I really like them picking out layouts or picking matchups and stuff like that. Yeah, so Ultimate Rental, you said, is this competing with HK Army Pro Tour? Not really. Pro Tour is also happening very, very soon. I mean, this is tomorrow, apparently. So over on Ghost Sports also is going to be the HK Army Pro Tour, another version of one-on-one. So HK Army's Pro Tour, really saw this about a year and a half ago. They've done 2 of them so far. I didn't like them. They were very boring. And I think for one-on-ones, you kind of want to see the whole field and what's going on. HK just had super tight lenses on people, so you could just see their heads kind of like this. So they're shooting, and you can't really see what's going on as much. So I definitely like the Ultimate Shootout filming style more. We'll see if they've made any changes, though, because this weekend they will be filming, or they will be going live on Ghost Sports with HK Army Pro Tour. At the same time, they're doing the 7-man at ASG in Southern California. So HK Army going to do the Pro Tour and 7-man the same weekend. Although I don't really know when it's going to be live. I mean, they say that the tournament's going to take place the 19th, 20th, and the 21st. I don't believe they're going to be doing live streams all of those days. That would be kind of crazy. So I presume we might see 7-man live stream just Saturday, Sunday, and then Pro Tour maybe just on Monday. Pro Tour should be cool at least. I mean, it's a very interesting matchup. I mean, we have Tyler Harmon playing Keith Brown. Keith Brown's one of my favorite paintball players for sure. Keith has one of the better attitudes in paintball. He's always super upbeat. His like mom's always at the tournaments. It's fantastic. I love Keith. Yeah, and he's very good at paintball, so it's cool. Yep. So hopefully, hopefully Pro Tour over on Go Sports and Ultimate Shootout maybe start like somehow competing with each other, and then maybe we get some like really crazy, gnarly one-on-one series or something like that. Yeah. Yep. Love this format. How about 2v2 NBA Jam style? Was it NBA Jam style? Look at this cool thing I have. Like this.
He's on fire!
NBA Jam. What other sounds do I have? Hold on. Oh, a ding?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Those ones. This one's good too.
It's a little wild and a little strange.
Yes, so 2-on-2. I don't know, 2-on-2 or 3-on-3. I think that 3-on-3 would be interesting. I think that like 3-on-3 is where, so 2-on-2, it's like if you shoot one guy, it's over pretty much, you know? So it's like, I don't know. Whereas if you have a 3-on-3, if you shoot one guy, at least it's still a 2-on-3 and there's still a chance for those two guys. And I think at 3 players, you get more dynamic, right? You can have 2 people like defend or something like that and have one guy attacking, or 3 defenders, or I just think that at 3 players, it probably gets the most dynamic. Yeah. But I don't know. I think that trying it out would be really cool. I think that, yes, Matt, for sure. They did do 2v2s at World Cup. Or they had the NXL 2v2 series. But that was just like regular 2-man. I want to see like buzzers and stuff. And I think the NXL would be really neat if the NXL tried to do maybe like a 2v2 or 3v3 Ultimate Shootout like trial run at World Cup to see just how it goes. But maybe they've tried it. Who knows? Excessive 1 Ninja. Are all these 1v1 tourneys in California? Kinda. So the Pro Tour, so HK Army Pro Tour right there is definitely in California. All of them that they've done at least. So they've done 2, and they've been at Camp Pendleton in Southern California and San Diego. Ultimate Shootout, that right there, they've done 1, and it's at Paintball Fit. I think Paintball Fit's in Houston, I think. Houston or Austin? Houston? I'm pretty sure Paintball Fit's in Houston. They have talked about doing more, though. So I think that they've been getting very, very good ratings and doing a really good job with Ultimate Shootout. So from what it sounds like, other people are interested, and they want to try to like move it around. So yeah. They're doing regional. I meant to talk about that. They're going to do regionals. So Ultimate Shootout will have regionals. I had that pulled up for a second. The first one coming up here, July 11th. I know they've almost sold out the Masters division. I think they sold out the women's division already. They have a under 19 division and an amateur one. I think that amateur was division 2 and under, as they're saving the Ultimate Shootout like the main event for semi-pro and pro players. I don't know. I think that I understand why they're doing this. I think that they kind of have to do divisional stuff. It's really how they, I think, make money. What's that? So that's the field. That's actually Paintball Fit. So that's the place that they've had these last couple Ultimate Shootouts at. So I like I should say I don't like the divisional idea. I think that I would like to see it just kind of like stay only professional. I like that like exclusiveness of like pro only, but I totally understand why they need, divisional stuff. It's the same reason the NXL needs divisional. It's expensive to run these tournaments, right? And the only way to realistically even have the Pro Division is by having the lower divisions, right? The Pro Division costs so much money to run that having those lower divisions kind of helps subsidize the cost of the higher divisions. Higher divisions and Pro, yeah. Old Soul. There's lots of long comments. Those long comments. I get scared of long comments because the short comments I can like blast. I can just boom into my eyes really quick and like see the whole comment and I know it's okay. The long ones I get scared of because then I start reading and I'm like, nope, I don't want to talk about that. So any really long comments, most of the time I ignore. 1v1 is something, Old Soul, 1v1 is something that B Short. So the 1v1 Pro Tour is something that Brandon Short had been kicking around for a while, mainly because paintball needs one thing to look at. If you are a new sport and on TV, lots going on for I don't know. I got sidetracked in that last part. Yes, for sure. I mean, the biggest problem we've had with paintball is there's 10 people doing stuff. So if you only got 2, it makes it considerably easier to watch and film. But I think that the focal point in HK Army Pro Tour, there isn't a focal point in Pro Tour. You know, you just kind of like shoot people. Whereas I think that in Ultimate Shootout, there is a focal point. The buzzers are a focal point. Because you're really trying to get buzzers, right? Like in Ultimate Shootout, it's good if you can shoot the guy every time. I mean, you're going to win if you shoot the guy every time. But like, that's not going to happen. So we're trying to get the buzzers. So I think that the focal point is the buzzers. Really. I think adding the buzzers is kind of what's made it like different. Does a 50 cal hurt more or less than 68? Considerably less, because it weighs so much less. So that paintball, that 50 caliber paintball is like half the weight, you know? So it's got half the mass and half the energy. So when it hits you, it just, you know, it doesn't hurt as bad. So even when it's going the same velocity, so if they're both going the same speed, that 50 cal ball is like 30% of the pain of the 68 caliber. Yeah. So one thing I kind of want to like promote a little bit for Paintball Ruin My Life Stuff is not that, or that. That's really hard to see. But if you want, you guys look over on Facebook, the Paintball Ruin My Life Facebook group. So one way that I make money and I'm able to like actually review this stuff is by buying it and then I raffle it off over on the Facebook group. So like right now, there is a raffle going on for the Freak XL barrel kit. So if you want a Freak XL barrel kit, raffle kits are $10. And you can get yourself one of those. Just go find the Paintball Ruin My Life Facebook group. There's a link in the description. Or you know how to use Facebook. The Ultimate Rental. Again, sir, thank you. You know, off topic. Nothing's off topic. Nothing's off topic. I'll talk about anything. I say that. You guys hit me with anything, I'll talk about it. I mean, realistically, you know. Off topic. But please discuss dye pads and shorts. Like slider shorts. I like the dye slider shorts. Okay. So I was thinking about what to discuss. Dave, you are like the main participant in raffles for sure. Goddamn Facebook. I hate Facebook. I know. I don't want to use Facebook for these raffles. But like for some reason, like paintball is huge on Facebook. Like you guys don't really use YouTube. No one really uses Twitter. Instagram a little bit. No one really uses Reddit. Discord, like all the other things. Facebook dominates paintball. I hate it. I hate it. Dye pads. So dye knee pads. We'll say, let's talk, well, dye pads and, so dye knee pads, we'll say dye, you can clump dye knee pads and elbow pads together. I would put the die knee pads and elbow pads together as the more durable, rugged, padded knee pads. So like if someone's playing on like grass all the time or dirt or in the woods, the die knee pads are probably good because they're pretty thick and heavy. And I also think that the die elbow pads are some of the more durable, solid pads too. So if you dive a lot or if you're heavy, die elbow pads are probably good because they're thick. But if you're not diving a lot, if you're just not diving a lot, you can, I don't know. If you're not diving a lot, I don't know if there's other pads you could get. I read something. I got sidetracked. Yeah. So they're heavy, thick, very well made, I'd say, no, not very well made. They're made just as well as all the other pads. I wore die pads for a very long time and liked them. I really like their slider shorts though. Their slider shorts are different. They use a different style padding. So the slider short doesn't use like typical knee pad. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like the padding that's on paintball pants. So it's like, yeah, it works like the padding on paintball pants. So it's kind of like just like light foam. I don't know. I actually wear the dye slider shorts, but my bag is way over there. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to explain the difference. It'd be easy if we had them all in person. It'd be really easy. But, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I did a bad job at that. Yeah. Drinking lots of coffee. Okay, we got more stuff. I got like way more stuff. I got like even more like things in here I could talk about, I think. No, actually. Oh, yeah, we do. You know what's like a video a lot of you guys liked a lot? Was this. Why is this not playing? We're going to try to go find it really quick. Huh. Oh, that file format does work. Yeah, so a lot of people seem to like this video. This was the GOG ACP barrel tip review video. I want to try to, I don't know, I just really liked people's response. A lot of people were like blown away that I actually tested it. I was like, well, how else would I tell you if it worked or not? So a lot of people just liked this video, and I think this weekend I want to try to make a high-end versus low-end paint video. So I want to try to take a high-end paintball, hopefully 5-star, GI 5-star, and hopefully GI 1-star, just because it's obvious they're different. And just go over the differences at the field. I want to like hopefully maybe set up some targets and demonstrate the difference in accuracy if I can find one. Demonstrate the differences in fragility and which one breaks easier. And maybe just go over paint and hopefully try and show some of those differences, kind of like I was able to do with this Freak ACP barrel tip. I did not actually like the findings with this ACP tip. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that, yeah, going out to the field, hopefully, and trying to make that high-end versus low-end paint video. Like, what did I want to talk about? I made, like, you want to see, like, a crazy-ass, oh, I can't actually move this crazy-ass list of all the products I want to make, or videos I want to make. I can't actually move my laptop. High-end versus low-end paintballs. I want to talk about, yeah, fragility, roundness. So I want to try to like measure consistency. So get a Freak barrel tip out or a Freak barrel back and just measure a bunch of paint and see how consistent the paint is, comparing the consistency and roundness between the 5-star and like say the 1-star. Maybe try accuracy at distances, like 3 different distances. I guess you could do velocity consistency. Yeah. Yeah, people don't understand. Yeah, people don't understand why high-end paint is better. I will definitely try to shoot at a different background too. Shooting at this background, it was like shooting into the dirt. It was so hard to see the actual paint. Yeah, but people don't really understand the difference. Even though, like, I constantly, in videos, you know, will be describing the difference between high and low end paint. But I think hopefully maybe actually seeing visually what the difference is. I don't know. Hopefully maybe a little bit better for some people. Maybe it'll be a little bit better rather than me just talking. I'd like to get more, yeah, video at the field and stuff. Man, getting video and like pictures and photos of what this barrel actually looks like is really difficult. It's easy to see those grooves, those like straight rifled grooves in person, but gee whiz, they're difficult. It's difficult to film it not in person. It's difficult to, I don't know. Yeah, the Freak ACP, I meant to try it. I didn't actually mean to try it in the rain. I meant to take my squirt bottle. I had a squirt bottle, and I was going to take it to the field and just fill it with water and, like, shoot the gun. Like, I wanted to, like, you know, shoot the gun and spray it down with a squirt bottle at the same time. And just shoot and, like, spray water into the barrel to see what would happen. But I just totally forgot. Just totally forgot. Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to, like, hopefully if I go out to the paintball field, hopefully, well, I'm going to go, but hopefully if I try to do this video, I just hope that I'm able to actually see a difference. I mean, so often, you know, with paint, it's so hit or miss where we never really know, you know, you could get a good case or a bad case. I also really like these. I think that coming up soon here, we're going to do the Planet Eclipse Emek build. We're going to take an Emek and put the hair trigger on from Deadly Wind. Probably get an Infamous trigger, maybe an Aculock barrel. Put the pops off on there. Maybe look at some bolt options. Maybe we'll try to put a soft tip bolt or something cool in there. And then one of these aluminum body kits from Inception Design. I really want to get one of these aluminum body kits. You can kind of see it on there on that Emek right there. I am a huge fan of the Emek. I think it's goddamn fantastic. But it's crazy, right? Like, I mean, after all those parts, after we do the hair trigger, you know, you get the pops off, you put that Aculock barrel on there, you get one of these bodies. I mean, you're going to have like a $900 Emek. So, you know, making a $200 gun $1,000 seems a little crazy. But it's kind of fun, right? It's kind of cool. And I prefer the ergonomics of the Emek over the 170R even. I really like the trigger frame on the Emek. I should also say today we got an email from Planet Eclipse. Planet Eclipse are changing the name of the MG100. They are now calling it the EMF 100 for Eclipse Mag Fed 100. Look at that one. Whew. Polished? Whew. Oh, maybe polished. Just got excited. Polished black body. Or maybe a silver body. I don't know. Or gold. Not gold. Not gold. Well, I don't got anything else planned. Those are all my topics I could talk about. So we might just sit here, answer questions. So if you get bored by me just rambling, it's time to go. Tasmanian paintball tournaments. Tasmania. God damn. New Zealand was doing pretty good with coronavirus. New Zealand, Australia. I mean, New Zealand was letting in those damn Australian people with coronavirus. Tasmania is not New Zealand. God, I always get Tasmania mixed up. Well, Tasmania is an Australian island. I always like forget if Tasmania is Australian or New Zealand, so I don't know. The HK TRK, I always say track. I don't know what they say. HK Army track pants, they any good? I like the track pants. I'm a fan of the track pant. My biggest problem with the track pant, personally, I mean, it's not I don't have an issue with them, but personally for me, they're too short. I can't get them to fit my legs right. Even the XL is like this much too short. So if you're over like 6 feet tall, they probably won't fit so great. Yeah, we'll say. But I'm a big fan of the track pant. You also see something about the dyed team pants. I have not seen the most current version of the team pant in person, so I don't really know. I am not sure. Pants are hard. I talk about this often now, it seems like. Where before it was like, oh, what do you think about these? Or what do you recommend for this price? Or, you know, whatever. And it was at one point fairly easy because there weren't as many pants. And now there are so many pants. I mean, you know, Dye make pants, Exalt make pants, HK make pants, GI make pants. We got underpants. You got the kinetic paintball pants. You got Bunker King pants, you got Virtue pants, you got underpants, you got social paintball pants, there's so many pants. It's hard to keep track of. So it's difficult. 5'10", yeah, 5'10", they're fine if you're 5'10". They're just so short on me. I mean, I did a review on the channel, on this channel. You can go watch the review. That's probably the best way. But I would say that out of all the pants that I have seen, they're probably my favorite jogger or like lightweight paintball pant that I've seen anyway. We do have to remember, like I said, I have not seen all the pants. It's kind of impossible now. It's pretty much possible. Yeah. Ultimate Rental again. You're killing it. I really appreciate that. Bunker King Feather Lights. Do you recommend them over HK? No, I don't actually like my Bunker King pants. That's the problem with some of this stuff, is like reviews, right? Like the real answer with reviewing any of this stuff is that, you know, I'd use it for a year or something, right? Like in the case of pants, I would like to go play with them 10 times before I say if they're good or not. But that's not realistic, right? Like that's not going to happen. It just can't happen, right? Like I'd still be waiting to review a pair of pants, you know, 6 months ago or whatever, you know? So like, at some point, I had to get this stuff and just kind of like hold it and feel it and just like assume that it's going to be good, because I can't realistically test it. You know, it's not. I just can't. So we just have to kind of guess. And the Bunker King pants, I always said it, were very lightweight. And a Stumptown coffee. I saw someone said something about Stumptown coffee. I'm drinking, I don't know, Pete's coffee? Pete's something. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. So pants, yeah, those Featherlight pants. Yeah, but pants are always hard, right? Pants, pads, all this stuff. Like, if you ever see me or anyone else talk about, like, pants, elbow pads, any of that stuff that's going to wear out, it's hard to, like, review it right. It's just not realistic. So you have to guess. And on the Featherlight pants, I've worn them probably like 8 to 10 times, something like that, and broken both of the zippers, right? So the zippers broke, and then completely tore off the like cinchers on the side, both of them. Boom, gone. And I don't bring a belt to the paintball field because they got the cinchers on there, right? And I'm good. But since I broke them off, I had to like take off the shoelace on my shoe to get my pants to fit. So I had to wear sandals last time I played paintball because I had shoelaces. I don't like them. I don't think that they're as durable as we would like. The Bunker, I think something about Virtue too. I don't know where that comment went. The Virtue pants I think are going to be more durable than the Breakout pants. They feel like it for sure. But again, that's that thing, right? Like, I don't know, because we have not used them for a very long time. Y'all. don't think I have like any other cool topics we can talk about. Nothing planned anyway. Definitely looking forward to Ultimate Shootout next week. On, I think Wednesday? I guess Wednesday. Ultimate Shootout. The 22nd. I think it's Wednesday. Oh, you know what we could do? We got this. So we got some like old paintball videos. We did this last time. I thought this was kind of fun. Shoes. I don't wear shoes. Shoes are overrated. Shoes are bad for your feet. Don't wear shoes. Oh, okay. Okay. So we have, last week we watched a very important video. We watched Joy Division play San Diego Dynasty in 2006. Joy Division's last paintball tournament. There are 3 other options on here. We have Aftershock, Chicago Aftershock playing Bob Long's Ironmen in 2000 at World Cup. Yeah, and we have Aftershock playing Dynasty at 2001 World Cup. Also another big match. Another Aftershock match playing the Ironmen at 2000 World Cup. So we have some very old stuff. So I think that maybe watching that third one is be kind of fun. So that third video, Ironman and Aftershock. So I'm pretty sure this is a video. Hold on, we'll start it real quick and I'll tell you. Yeah. So this one, this actually is going to feature Oliver Lang when he played for the Ironmen a long time ago. So 2000 World Cup. So this is 20 years ago, guys. So this is right when I started playing paintball. I probably started playing paintball like 3 months after this. Oliver.
We are the champions. But you know what? There's nothing I thought about respect from everybody here. And that means winning the cup, which is another beast. Are you guys ready to be champions? Respect and the cup. Come on. Hey, this is a bond between all of us. A bond nobody can ever break. Brothers. This is a new man, a new air. This is a bond between us that nobody ever can touch, guys. Are you ready for it? Yeah, I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? I want to hear a pow. Pow! Give me another pow! Give me another
I'm not 100% sure who that is talking. I mean, there's some very old, cool guys. There's Eric Roberts right there. So this is a full match. This isn't like highlights. So like this, like, I don't know, weird montage bit here. It's gonna just stop. Literally will be the full match. The audio is just crazy on these videos though. Yeah. Let's answer that. What shoes do you suggest for speedball?
Ironmen and Shock.
Cleats. Soccer cleats is what I would wear. So I'll like do some commentary over this too. There's Micah McLaughlin, paintball superstar. He owns a paintball field here in Sacramento. That's Oliver Lang.
Shock Snake Man gets eliminated early.
Rich Telford, paintball legend. I saw Rich played that 7-man mechanical tournament we're at this weekend.
The Ironmen are talking it up.
I mean, you could wear any cleats playing paintball, but I like soccer cleats because I like the low cut. I don't like high tops. But I think it matters if you're playing on AstroTurf or grass or That gun's so cool. That adrenaline LCD, I had one of those. That exact one, but mine was different color. So not exact. Look at how big it is, man. Look at that big open area. It's crazy how back in the day there were not a lot of bunkers on the fields. Here's Oliver again. That top-down shot's cool, though. It's calling out those kills. So Oliver's probably...
Shock losing players 3 at a time.
Something like that. So I just like to watch this. I think it's just fun because Oliver's in it. It's kind of neat to see Oliver on the Ironmen. Oliver Lang back on the Ironmen. So this next year, 2001, is when Dynasty started. So he joined San Diego Dynasty.
Time with finding the defensive hole. The Ironmen are up big.
Rich and Oliver on the same team. It's crazy. Robbie, I'm sorry I missed you. Hold on. To Todd Adamson. He tried to actually come back and play with Aftershock a couple years ago. Cool.
Ironman win big.
So we'll let this video go too, and then I'll talk over this and answer paintball questions. So this is Aftershock Dynasty 2001 World Cup. Audio's all crazy on this one, guys. Yeah, so some people ask questions. We're gonna just talk over this. Robbie, thank you for that super chat. That $4.99 super chat is much appreciated. Sure. I'm looking for a speed feed compatible with a PAL loader high top. The opening is just the same. Oh, you said sorry. The opening is just a little too wide for the Exalt Universal. Notes on speed feeds. There are none. Yeah. So the biggest and the only kind that's really going to work would be that universal style, and I have not seen one that fit. I've tried the Exalt one and the HK ones, and they've not fit. And if those don't fit, then none of them are going to fit because they're all designed to fit like a universal opening size, you know, that universal opening. So yeah, there really aren't any speed feeds that will fit the PAL loader, unfortunately. The Proteus. This airball, though, guys, notice airball now. The year before this, the finals were on a hyperball field. 2001. Now they're on the airball field. Actually, I don't know. That last match we watched was not the finals. You see those like tubes going across the field? That's to keep the bunkers inflated. Now we just blow them up and they stay inflated. Back in the day, they didn't. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't quite understand. We weren't able to seal air in bags 20 years ago, apparently. That cocker's awesome. Say also in here, there's the snake bunker. The snake is actually a snake. It's like the shape of a goddamn snake. I guess I'll start telling people who people are. That's Billy Saransky. Billy Saransky works for GI Sports now. Billy's like main man at GI. Getting smoked. Ooh. That's funny. So the instant replay is sponsored by ShockTech. ShockTech is the sponsor of the guy who just got bunkered. I think that was Brad Mon. Brad, man, this is so old, guys. No, you just can cheat. That's Angel. Angel for Goza. See, look at the snake. See, you could like get into it. You could like crawl in the middle. Golly, I can't tell you the Aftershock players. No, yeah, so this is old school. This is uncapped semi-auto. So as fast as you shoot. I mean, the problem, well, back in the day was the guns could technically cycle fast. Like, the Angels could shoot 25 balls a second, technically. But, like, you couldn't get paint to feed faster than, like, 8, realistically. So, it's just like those quick snap, like, quick, like, bursts that were helpful with the Angels. You could still shoot just as fast with the Cockers, just because you couldn't feed paint. There was not a hopper that fed well. When we saw probably like 2002 is like 2003, maybe the last year we saw electric or mechanical guns still Cockers used in the like tournaments. That gun is so cool. Yeah. Those are the, I think, Cobra LCDs, Angel LCDs. So we should say that all these videos as well. Yeah, that's Brad Mon. Either Brad or Rodney Squires. All the videos, if you guys want to watch more of these, there's definitely a link in the description of this video over to the Trauma Head YouTube page. There are a lot of these old videos. Australia paintball guns? I don't know. They're trying to like ban paintball guns in Australia right now. You should look into that. Ah, Revies. So, yeah. So that Angel you saw, like, that had that hose. Or had that tube. Was that this video or the last one? I think that might have been the last one. But that tube was an air assist. It actually took air and like put it down the feed neck. So like the paint rolling in and it'd help put air and it'd like push the paint down kind of on the Adrenaline Angel. Yeah. But I don't know if Dynasty used the IntelliFeed. The IntelliFeed is what you're talking about. So the IntelliFeed was a wire. No, that's Brad Mon. That's Brad Mon. Who is that? Oh, no, that's Brad. I don't know. I'm all confused. That last guy had to have been Rodney with that crazy hair. So the IntelliFeed was a wire that went from the hopper to the gun. And then every time the solenoid in the gun clicked to let air out, it would send a signal to the hopper, and then the hopper would spin. It was quick and responsive. Yeah, that's Rodney. For sure, Rodney Squires. Rodney was actually at the tournament last weekend, too. Yeah, it's spin. It was really responsive, but the problem was that it was still slow. That was an Intimidator. That was a classic Intimidator. I think. But oh, it's over. Yeah, so that was a big match. That was Dynasty's first World Cup win. So that was kind of like a changing of the guard in paintball. So Dynasty were the up-and-coming team. Chicago Aftershock had been pro since being pro was a thing. I mean, at that point, they'd been pro for like 15 years. So it was kind of like the new guys taking over. And it was a kind of controversy in the end. You saw that they won by a penalty, right? So time did run out. So technically, they didn't win. But because of that penalty, that actually helped Dynasty win that tournament. So it's a little weird them winning on a penalty, and there was a lot of chaos in the end. It's kind of hard to see in all those old videos, but yeah. If you guys have seen the Play the Game podcast, a new podcast by Marcelo Margot of Dynasty and Tyler Harmon, also of Dynasty, they have their new podcast, and Ryan Greenspan was on that podcast earlier, and he actually went and reminisced about that match and talked about how they lost and all that stuff. It was kind of cool. That's what actually made me like pull it up and want to watch that, because yeah, it's just kind of cool hearing Ryan talk about stuff that happened so long ago. And there's really not a lot of good like video of it. That's probably the only video of that match out there. So that's just kind of neat. It's paintball history. Yeah. KRSP Media. Man, I forgot the old airball with tubes connecting the bunkers. Yeah, weird, right? Just like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know really why. It's like, yeah. They just didn't hold bunkers back in the day. And then some of the bunkers had like fans. You could like, had a fan inside of it. So you turned it on, and then it constantly would suck air in. So when it like got to a certain pressure, the fan would kick on and then like pull air into the bunker. Now we just blow them up and they just stay blown up. So I don't know. I can't imagine they're any different though, like maybe they're made better now. Like they're not any different, like. Wow. Okay guys, I think I'm done. My legs hurt. My legs hurt when I sit in this chair for too long because this chair sucks. Yeah. Yep. It is kind of weird how it's become more simple. What's funny is out at Extreme Paintball in Modesto was one of the first fields that like had a cool airball field in like California, and it was neat because they buried the tubes, right? They actually like trenched up the ground and like buried the tubes underground. So it was like one of the first fields without like tubes on it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Extreme. That was 20 years ago or something like that. It was a long ass freaking time ago. Guys, if you want to watch any like condensed versions of these videos ever, there's a whole other channel called Ruined Clips. So you can, at the very, very top of this video, there's like a link to a Ruined Clips thing. You can click that link, and that's where I put highlights of these videos. So like these little clips, like you can go watch the Ultimate Shootout thing. So I'll take that out, and it'll make like a 5-minute, 10-minute long thing about talking about the Ultimate Shootout. So you don't have to like watch these whole things. Okay, guys, it's been real. This weekend, I'm going to go to the paintball field, and we're going to have some more paintball videos. Yeah, next week for sure. You'll probably see a Bunkerkings Fly harness review next week. Bye. Bye.